Welcome back. This is Pharma Careers, clear role breakdowns, practical skills, and step-by-step career roadmaps.
So you're thinking about a career in the pharmaceutical world, and you keep hearing this term, pharmacovigilance. Well, let me tell you, this isn't just another job. It's a critical role in public safety, one that was literally born from past medical tragedies to protect all of our futures. If you're looking for a stable, incredibly meaningful career, you're in exactly the right place. But what's the first thing you almost always hear about it? Yeah, it's usually some version of this idea that it's all just boring, simple clerical work. And I'm here to tell you that this is just completely, 100% wrong. It totally misses the entire point of the profession and, honestly, the huge responsibility that comes with it. So in this explainer, we're going to dig way deeper than that myth. We're going to see how pharmacovigilance is really about protecting a patient's safety, and it does that with a very serious mix of science and process. This is a field that is built on absolute precision, on analysis, and you know what? The stakes are incredibly high. So what is it, really? Well, the official definition calls it the science of detecting, assessing, understanding, and preventing adverse effects of medicines. Now, the key word there is activities. This isn't passive work. It's all about active detection and prevention. And here's what that actually looks like day to day. A PV professional is kind of like a detective. They capture safety information from all over the place, patients, doctors, clinical trials, and then they assess every single event for how serious it is. All of this gets documented with military-grade precision and then reported to regulators like the FDA. Why? To actively manage a drug safety profile once it's out in the real world. This isn't just paperwork, people. This is the global safety net for modern medicine. Now, to really understand how they do all that, you have to get familiar with the fundamental building block of all drug safety work. Let's talk about something called the ICSR. Okay, an ISSR, that stands for Individual Case Safety Report. And really, it's like the atom of the pharmacovigilance universe. It is a highly structured, super detailed file that captures every single relevant piece of information about one patient having one adverse event with one specific drug. And you can really see the level of detail we're talking about here. An ICSR isn't just some simple form you fill out. It's got everything. Patient details, but not identifiable ones, of course. The exact drug, the specific side effect, a super clear timeline of what happened when, and a breakdown of its seriousness. And the thing that ties it all together? The case narrative. And right here, this is what truly separates real pharmacovigilance from simple data entry. The most important skill is being able to write a good narrative. It's the ability to take messy, maybe even incomplete information from, say, a frantic phone call or a doctor's handwritten note, and then transform it into a clear, logical, and regulatory compliant story that tells you exactly what happened. Okay, so you get how much responsibility is involved. But what does a career path in PV actually look like? How do you go from processing your very first case to shaping the entire safety strategy for a billion-dollar drug? Well, this gives you a pretty good idea. You start with the foundational work, right? Processing cases, coding events using a standardized dictionary called MEDRA. It's basically a global medical dictionary that everyone uses, so we're all speaking the same language. And doing a lot of quality checks. But as you master all those details, you move up to the much more strategic roles. You start looking for safety signals across thousands of cases, writing big summary reports for regulators, and even creating entire risk management plans. And that's the key thing to remember. While those entry-level tasks might seem a little repetitive sometimes, they're absolutely essential. Think of it like a training ground. It's designed to build that discipline and that detail-obsessed, safety-first mindset that you absolutely have to have for the more advanced strategic roles. So, with that career path in mind, let's get practical. What do you actually need to succeed? What are the core skills that hiring managers are really, truly looking for in someone who wants to get into PV? Here they are. Number 1, an almost obsessive attention to detail. Errors in this field can have huge consequences. 2, that structured, clear writing we just talked about. 3, a compliance-first mindset. You have to live and breathe by the regulations and the timelines. 4, a basic grasp of medical terminology is a massive advantage. And finally, proactive communication. You have to be willing to chase down information to get the full story. All right, now for what might be the most important part of this whole thing. How do you, as a fresher, actually break into this field? Let's stop talking about just collecting certificates and start talking about building real, actual proof that you have what it takes. This is your action plan. Seriously, don't just say you have attention to detail, prove it. Create a fake case with some dummy information, then use it to write up a perfect one-page ICSR summary and a beautifully structured narrative. That little portfolio piece, that's your proof. Then you load up your resume with the right language. And these are the words you need to use. Recruiters, hiring managers, their software, they're all searching for terms like ICSR, case processing, and narrative writing. You want to sprinkle these all throughout your resume and your LinkedIn profile. It shows that you speak the language and you understand what the job is all about. So let's bring this all home. Pharmacovigilance is so much more than just data entry. It is a stable, deeply meaningful career that sits right at the heart of medicine, regulation, and communication. It's a job that our society literally cannot function without. And that really brings us to the final question. The one you should be asking yourself. Do you actually enjoy structured work? Do you get a deep, genuine sense of satisfaction from getting every single detail exactly right the first time? If your answer is a solid yes, then a career in pharmacovigilance might just be the perfect fit for you.
If this helped, like and subscribe. Watch the next video in Pharma Careers for the next role breakdown.